This is your Solana Daily Debrief. It's the 29th of June. I'm currently traveling, but I'll give this to you nice and quick. Bitcoin, maybe it's going to drop down. We'll cover that shortly, but nothing really is moving the top tokens. And there is a little bit of movement with WIF, maybe a few others, but in general, we're back into just general crabbiness. So Rain says that revisiting the same support once again, and I will be staying out of the way until 50 to 52K. Or 65 to 67 reclaim. So some traders are just going to skip this choppy period until there's a little bit more of an established pattern ready. Michael Dell, very, very famous person, billionaire, is getting a lot of love for blockchain and Bitcoin. This is a Web 2 guy, so this is very bullish for just a narrative. Maybe he's more of like the Elon Musk this cycle that brings in a lot of people. Next bit of news, the fear and greed levels for Bitcoin are at levels not seen since Bitcoin was at 25K. So, you can see what happens. Capitulation, people selling, and then we get greedy again. So just keep that in mind. Also, Bitcoin miners potentially have finished selling their BTC reserves. They need to sell in order to pay for electricity and stuff like that. They need to be profitable. So they tend to dump. And then if we have a look here, it seems to be doing quite well. There's also another post here showing that the capitulation has reached levels comparable to December 2022, which was when FTX basically rugged. They rugged in November, and December was essentially the bottom. Now onto some Solana news specifically. There's another Sol Spot ETF filed by 21 shares, and Cathie Wood is very famous for like ETH and Bitcoin as a bit of a maxi kind of status, and now she's a little bit interested in Sol as well. Just remember that once you've done one ETF and then you get another one, the legal system, the bureaucratic system, all this stuff, it's worked out very, very well. So this ETF is very inevitable. Well, inevitable means inevitable, but this is very likely potentially by the end of the year, just as a bit of a speculation point. Remember as well, if there's like ETH maxis, Sol maxis, BTC maxis, the more decent ETFs that are out there available with good custodial solutions, the better it is for crypto in general. So grow the pie is the main mission here. Now, when we have a look at Solana, because price action, it's down from around $200 a month ago or thereabouts, you have to just zoom out. 2 Sol ETFs have been filed. ZK compression. This basically means you could go and spend $100 instead of, I don't even know what it was, maybe $30,000 or less to drop tokens to a new wallet. We've got Blinks, new Solana virtual machines, smart wallets are coming. So smart wallets along the lines of, if Bitcoin drops to 55,000, go and buy more Solana, or go and sell my Solana at this point and then go and rebuy at this point. You can program it in such a way that it gives you a lot more accessibility. $60 million Solana startup fund. This is from Coliseum. So there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of reasons to be bearish in crypto, but when it comes to Solana, there's a lot of reasons to be bullish. So Bitcoin is 25% away from their new all-time high. Altcoins are 100% away from their previous all-time high. And there are narratives out there. These will come into play later. It's not common for this first part of the cycle to be so bullish. So just keep that in mind. I'm personally this is my accumulate stage, my airdrop farming stage, my learn stage, and then everything kind of goes crazy around potentially December. Blunts is feeling confident on WIF. I think he was confident before, and then it dropped down again, but he feels like this is the point where it holds, and then up it goes. Do with that whatever you want. Personally, bonk for me, a little bit of WIF, of course. Now, Meow from JUP has basically a post here on what's going to be happening for July. It's going to be a massive month for the Jupiter DAO, with the first batch of ASR, active staking rewards, the crucial supply reduction vote, followed by January and ASR extension votes. So this is the time to actually be pretty active with Jupiter. I'll make sure I've got like a video that covers all the main topics. So if you don't have the bandwidth to go through Discord, which is fair enough, there's a lot of stuff going on. This is not financial advice, it never will be. But a dollar cost average into a little bit of dupe, I think, and staking it, of course, I think is well worth it, because they're really trying to change just the whole system. And just keep in mind things you can do with Jupiter. If I'm mistaken, let me know. But you can't do it on other blockchains. Like, I'd love to see on the blockchain limit orders, dollar cost average, swaps, all from value average, or from just a very clean UI where you don't have to go and deposit into an app and then do it. If there's something like that, amazing, as well as voting and active staking rewards. JUP, in my opinion, is going to do very, very well. It's going to bring a lot of people into the space. Not only that, Sanctum will be doing their token launch. dBridge Finance will be doing their token launch. And then Meow is engaging in PPP experiments, player pump player. I'm not sure how this is going to work. It's an experiment as opposed to PvP. But Sanctum, dBridge, very, very bullish for these two. Hitmonlee has created a simple dashboard where you can go, there's no wallet connection needed, just simply paste in any Sol wallet address, then press apply, click on this, and then you can see what your swap volume is. Obviously, there's speculation that swap volume is going to give you more JUP rewards next year. I imagine that's going to be potentially the case, but I think it's more going to be DCA, limit orders, perps, voting, value average. Things like that, maybe holding some JUP Sol, but I don't necessarily think just straight up swaps, because that's something that's very easy just to be botted with just different pairs. Someone goes and spends $2,000 on fees, and I don't know what they managed to generate. Maybe it's $20 million worth of swaps, maybe not that much. But either way, something like that probably won't get JUP rewards. I think the other tools will. If you're a dev or dev-minded or building something, Terminal from Jupiter has upgraded to V3. It's open source, and it's just code, which allows you to use Terminal or allows you to use Jupiter on your website or whatever. Now, next bit of news regarding Sanctum. So you can choose what wallet you want for your designated claim for upcoming cloud. There are people that are not very happy, I guess, with the fact of like doxing all your wallet or doxing your identity. You don't have to do that, just as a reminder, but you want to have a designated claim wallet. And you've only got a few more days to set up your profile. I'm very, very excited for cloud, and Validate.com. We will be working to get our own liquid staking token as well. Bonk news, Sunday, June 30th, so tomorrow. Just keep an eye on the timeline. I'm not sure what we have to do, but there's some alpha to share that night with bonkers who show up about games, merch, and more. I don't know if I imagine you don't actually have to show up to the game, because that's not going to really be very inclusive for everybody. Maybe that is what it is, but maybe there's things you can just do in order to win some merch. I know a lot of people want some merch, and last I heard from someone, an early contributor, is more merch is coming soon. Just a reminder with Lulo, don't let your USDC just sit in your wallet earning no yield. Flick it in here. You know, right now you'll be getting 24%, and then as soon as this changes and it goes higher somewhere else, it just gets rerouted. You know, on $10,000, that's a decent amount to just get $2,500, considering in your bank account, you may be lucky if you get 1.5. If you've got some skills as a researcher, a writer, or content, or as a dev, remember Super Team Earn, there's $90,000 almost worth of opportunities. There's nothing that's really taken my fancy. There's a lot of stuff from Pith. So if you're good in that sort of Pith stuff, go for it. I think Arcium would be really, really worth jumping into. Let's see how many people have entered. 27. You need to be pretty good to get top 3. But if you're good, go for something like this. There's an update on Parcl. So Parcl staking is coming soon. So we don't have any exact details with regards to rewards or anything like that. Just know that it's going to be done in epochs. 1 epoch is a week. And the initiation of the first epoch will be announced next week. So I'll let you know and put in the calendar when it's done. And there is, when you're actually unstaking, there's a 5-week cooldown. There's a few things we'll just go over in more detail, but just letting you know, if you're holding Parcl tokens, there's going to be some use coming soon. Solana Sensei, mint is live. They had some sort of issues. I missed the issues, so I don't know what they are. I went and minted one, and I have one more to mint. Just need to grab some Sol, put it into this wallet, 3 Sol as a mint cost, and there's different stages. So I'm not going to cover this with all the different stages. Jump into Discord, find out what stage you can jump into if you want to mint one of these. Personally, I'm very happy to mint this. Some people disagree, and that's fine. Don't mint it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. For me, it was a bit of a no-brainer. And we have some news on Holdium. So some of you are not seeing any points. The devs are currently working hard on this and improving the system. And Ledger wallets can't register at the moment. We'll keep you updated on that. But Holdium's certainly growing. Let's have a look at their followers right now. 14,000. So I think this will be quite good. Get amongst it. Don't fade it. I think it has a huge opportunity just to, try something new in the space. Basically, a bit of a diamond hand culture. Now your actionables. covered this a couple of days ago. Zex and Jito Sol incentivize LP with Camino. Also holding JLP, check out drift.trade for more yield and utility. You can use it as collateral. Super Team earn bounties. Yield with Lulo, don't fade Lulo. Normal things, DCA Sol with JUP and stake with Validator.com. Of course, always come and stake with us. And buy orders at lower prices with Phoenix Trade or JUP.ag or Drift or whatever. Just go and set some limit orders. If you're bullish on Sol long term, they're basically called stink bits. You go and throw them in there at like $100, $90, $80, $110. If they feel highly likely, not financial advice, it's going to be, hundreds of dollars more in the future, and it's a nice return. However, if they don't feel, and all of a sudden Sol's over to $100 again, you just remove that money. If you actually use Drift, you're still earning some money actually on that. So you're earning like the lend rate on USDC. So you may want to use Phoenix Trade because they handle a lot of value, a lot of volume, but you also may want to use Drift or Zex markets, Zeta markets. Airdrop actionables, Sanctum profile. Check out any alpha from Bonk June 30th. In my opinion, everyone should follow the Bonk account with notifications on. I'm not doing a video tomorrow, so you're just going to have to work out what it is. Check out your JUP volume checker. Do the essentials. Check out Justy's Switchboard Orbs airdrop guide in yesterday's video if you missed that. D-Bridge, 20 to 30,000 points. And register all your meme coin wallets with app.holdium.xyz. Ledger wallets currently do not qualify. That's all for today. Remember to touch some grass, especially tomorrow, and I'll catch you on Monday.